Welcome, everybody, to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast where we finally have headsets and we look professional and like we know what we're doing, even though we have no idea what we're doing ever. But yeah, I wanted a more professional mic that I could hold, but I couldn't find one. I wanted to be all fancy and whatnot, but whatever. We are talking NXT Takeover Brooklyn, and I don't know about you, but I needed to sit down for a couple minutes, even though I was already sitting down. But you know what I mean, and just kind of, whew, what a show. Let's uh let's get right into it. So we open up with a spotlight on Triple H. I guess this is gonna be a thing where Triple H opens every takeover show. I don't know. I mean, it is his kind of baby. Like it was his idea. We all know, but I don't know. Um, it opens up with him in the ring with no mic. He starts talking to the camera, basically about how NXT started with a whisper and it's grown into a revolution. And the future is now. Then he grabs a mic out of nowhere. I didn't even know where he had this mic. I don't know. And he says, "We are NXT." Um, any thoughts on that opening segment?
Yeah, I definitely liked, this whole opening segment type of thing that we were getting here. It was unique. It wasn't like he didn't come out there and like just cut a promo and try to bore us to death. It was really, unique. I was actually surprised. They did a good job with the microphones though. I was surprised that one of them didn't squeal because they were so close to each other. Because he had a lapel mic on his jacket and he had one of the regular normal mics like in his suit jacket somewhere random. I don't know where he pulled that thing out, but yeah, I like this though. It was very like unique. Kind of. I think Triple H is just kind of there to remind us how much NXT is growing. I guess he's just there to tell us, it's growing even more. I'm not really sure, but I liked it because it wasn't just like a promo. Kind of like running down the card. It was different.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the lapel mic. I was just like, can they hear him or is he just talking to the camera? Because that's a little bit weird. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't notice that. Anyway, I can't even explain what happened next. It turned out to be part of Tyler Breeze's entrance, but I was just like, what in the hell is going on right now? There was ladies with like weird hats that were supposed to be like the Empire State Building or whatever, and I don't know. I don't know. Any thoughts on that before we get to that match?
Yeah, I definitely was impressed. I I'm a big Tyler Breeze guy anyway, but I was really going pre-match was looking more into what these entrances looked like on a bigger stage. I wanted to see how well they kind of correlated to a bigger arena, a bigger stage, and stuff like that. And I thought, I thought it looked really good, especially with the models. I guess that's the thing they're gonna start doing with him, especially at bigger events. Because I know last time at the last takeover, he had kind of a runway model show type of a thing. So, I mean, I definitely liked it. I love the new attire he was rocking. A lot of people had new attires tonight, and I loved pretty much every one of them. Even Blake and Murphy's. I love theirs too. So I was impressed. I liked it.
Yeah. That's what I love about pay-per-views is they most of the performers come out with like new or special attire. So it's always exciting to see, what they're going to come up with. But anyway, so next we get Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. One of the matches I was really looking forward to just because, it was one of the matches I feel like we never thought we would see Jushin Thunder Liger in WWE. So it was kind of cool. Very slow start to this match. Breeze kind of taking his time, trying to set the pace. I loved Jushin Thunder Liger mocking Breeze on the ropes. He did his little thing where he kind of lays on the ropes there. That was pretty funny. Um, Great modified surfboard by Liger, and then a full surfboard. I like moves like that we don't really normally see anymore. You know, we don't really see surfboards that much anymore, and they used to do a lot. You know, um, Liger takes Tyler's selfie stick there, and uh, proceeds to take a couple selfies because why not? It's a big show. Um, During this match, I was thinking back to the match that we had reviewed a while back. I believe it was Jay Lethal versus Jushin Thunder Liger on Ring of Honor. I think that was the match, and I was just trying to, remember that match and kind of compare these two, because that wasn't too long ago. So just kind of seeing the differences, similarities. You know, we did see a bunch of unique, kind of innovative moves in this match, which I liked. From both competitors, from Jushin Thunder Liger and also from Tyler Breeze, which was cool. A lot slower pace than I would have expected, but still a very entertaining match. Liger gets the win with a really nice running Liger bomb, which I really liked. Thoughts on this match?
Myself by accident. I muted
Oh, there
myself
we
by
go.
accident. I apologize. Was I muted myself and I was like, wait a minute, I don't know what's going on. But you know, I like that Breeze played the mind games, and Liger kind of played off of that too. Um, kind of those unique moves you were talking about, the modified surfboard stretch. Love that. Love that. Liger did a good job of kind of taking selfies with a selfie stick. Kind of playing mind games in his own unique type of a way. Um, even Breeze, we got to see Breeze kind of do some different moves that we haven't really seen from Breeze too in this match, which I thought was really good. Um, the palm strike into the diving senton on the apron from the apron was really cool. Then the Liger bomb that ended up winning this match. I was actually surprised. I was surprised that Breeze won. It makes me interested to see if they're going to continue with Liger later on. Is this feud going to continue or something? Because, um, you know, Breeze has kind of been, recently kind of pushed as this big, kind of even dominating guy. As a wrestler recently, I feel like, man, for him to lose this match, I'm just wondering what's going to happen, with Liger. Is he going to come back? Because I feel like if he's not going to come back, what was the use of, kind of not letting Tyler Breeze go over here? But, you know, good match nonetheless.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too because it seemed like this was only going to be like a maybe a one-time thing. Um, I mean, even if you go on to WWEshop.com, they have the Jushin Thunder Liger shirt, and it kind of looks like one of those kind of special event shirts that they only do for like one time things, almost like the Hall of Fame shirts. It doesn't look like a normal. I just kind of noticed that it looked a little, just kind of a one-time thing, and that's what I thought this was going to be with Jushin Thunder Liger because I don't see them keeping him for a long period of time, especially in NXT, because what else is he going to do? He's not there to be for developmental purposes. He's been in the business for 30 years, so he doesn't need to learn anything more unless they have a deal with him where he helps, train the younger guys. Um, but we'll see what happens with that. Um, Next, they show Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and X Pac in the front row. I don't know if it was Byron Saxton or the other guy. I forgot his name. Uh, Called X Pac X Pac, and I wanted to just backhand him across the face. How dare you, good sir? Sorry, X Pac was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up, so you don't mess the man's name up. It's not Pac, it's Pac. boy. Anyway, next they showed Charlotte and Becky backstage with Bailey, just kind of wishing her luck on her match tonight. I thought that was kind of cool. And then next we get a Nia Jax coming soon. New diva that we're gonna get. Which I was excited about. It feels like we have a couple of them going up to the main roster now, so they're gonna have to, bring some new talent in. So that was kind of exciting. Any thoughts on any of these three things?
Oh yeah, the Bailey, Charlotte, Becky moment was really cool. Um, really just kind of that, wishing you luck type of thing. The Nia Jax thing confused me all to I don't even know where, because like I was so confused. I was like, wait, because it sounded like China to me for some reason. I was like, China's going to the Hall of Fame? Okay, yay! and then and then like they started showing like close-ups of her like lips and her like face and stuff, and I'm like, no, it's just Dana Brooke. I was like, no, never mind. It's just Dana Brooke. She's got a match tonight too. I was pretty sure. I thought at least. And then I was like, oh, Nia. Close enough. Close enough, I guess. I don't know. I'm excited though. I want to see who this person is. I don't really want to look her up or anything because I kind of want to be surprised when I see her. So I'm kind of just waiting to be surprised when I see her.
Yeah, I was scared there for a second. You kind of froze, and I was like, no, not in the middle of this video. uh, but anyway, yeah, I had that initial thought too. I was like, why are they doing a Dana Brooke video package now? I don't understand. And then it wasn't Dana Brooke, and I was like, what? But anyway, so next we get the NXT Tag Team Championship match, the Vaudevillains versus Blake and Murphy. Before the match, Alexa kind of taunts the Vaudevillains, saying that they haven't found any way to contain her. The Vaudevillains point to the stage, and drum roll, please. You know what? No, they called off. They were like, they didn't need me, so I was like, it's cool, it's cool. But I get they chose blue pants for some reason. I felt like they could have picked somebody else, but whatever. But I'm gonna give this match to DJ because he loves Blake and Murphy, just loves them.
Oh God, no. But you should have known. I think I think we should have taken a hint. What color pants were the Vaudevillains wearing? Exactly the same color as blue pants. I'm just saying. Exactly the same color. I didn't take a hint either, so don't feel bad. Um, Once again, I was really looking at entrances. Especially when the entrances kind of happened. Um, I love the Vaudevillains entrance in this big arena too, and it was slightly different too. I like how during the big events they slightly change it up a little bit, and I thought that was really cool. Um, like because they did a little different thing with the handshake too in this one. Um, but as much as I don't like Blake and Murphy, I do like the little camera movement, like the little schizophrenic little camera movement that happens with their like dubstep entrance. I do like that. I like that little nuancy type of thing that they do with that. I just think it works well. With the crappy dubstep. Anyway, it works well nonetheless. I like it. But you know, I was surprised it was blue pants, but I probably shouldn't have been. The crowd went crazy. We got blue pants city chants, and I was laughing up a storm at this point. Um, I love Gotch's unorthodox like style. I love how he has like unorthodox reverses, unorthodox attacks. Just everything about the way he wrestles is just kind of unorthodox and unique, and I like it. The Bob Evans are using their teamwork. We get a nice double arm drag by Aiden English. Blake pulls English off of the apron. Blake and Murphy trying to cut the ring in half at this point. English thinks he has a tag, but Blake takes out Gotch. I love how still we saw that Blake and Murphy were good at taking the other partner out in this match. Typical kind of heel tactics, I guess you could say. Josh finally does get in and he takes out Blake and Murphy. There was so much miscommunication. I don't know what I was about to say right there, but there was so much miscommunication by Blake and Murphy in this match. I all the time you kind of see them hit each other or something like that. So the Bob Owens really did exploit that well. They try to go for the whirling dervish, but it's reversed by Murphy. We get a nice Tower of Doom, but English holds on. Hits the Swanton Bomb for a long two. I thought it might have been over there. Bliss gets on the apron, but Blue Pants runs at her a little bit. She gets down. They kind of have a face off. She runs her back into the ring where Blue Pants beats her down. Murphy rolls up Gotch off of the distraction. I was like, no, please don't win off of that. It was only for two, though. And then we get the Whirling Dervish for the win by the Vaudevillains. And the Vaudevillains finally are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. I was really excited for this match in general. Um, I really liked Blake and Murphy's new attire, too, tonight. I thought it looked really good. Um, I don't know. I just hope they do something. They don't have to change them completely because I kind of like the whole schizophrenic little whatever they're going for there with them, but it's still just too generic for me. They don't. Maybe they if they just like talked a little more or something, it could give it that edge that it needs. Um, but yeah, I definitely like this match. Love Gotch in this match and English too. English has some very good stuff in this match. You got any thoughts on your new NXT Tag Team titles or the match? Whichever one you want to go to.
I do. I have a few little things. Again, obviously, we start off with the awesome Simon Gotch. I don't even know what it is about Simon Gotch, but I love him. I don't know. But the only thing I could say negative about this match is I just felt like there should have been more of maybe a stipulation to this match in regards to Dana Brooke than just having Blue Pants in their corner. It just...
Wait, do you hate Dana Brooke that much that like, you hate her that much that you just kind of threw her in there with Blake and Murphy?
Wait, what?
Yeah, you said Dana Brooke, and I laughed a lot.
I did?
Yes. You hate her that much, you're going to put her with Blake and Murphy, man? Come on.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I hate her and I love Alexa and I hate Blake and Murphy. So I just automatically put them to, I don't know. But yeah, Alexa Bliss, whatever. But I just felt like there needed to be more of a stipulation. And Alexa didn't even really get involved in the match that much. Like, I would have expected her to try to get involved in the match a lot more for them, kind of basing this around her, kind of helping them win the titles all the time. It just felt like there wasn't enough there to really, it was kind of like, what's the point of Blue Pants really being out there? But I'm just happy we finally have new NXT Tag Team Champions. Not even just the fact that I was getting bored with, Blake and Murphy. It felt like they had the titles for a long time. I was really excited when they first won the titles because it was out of nowhere, but they've had them for, I think they said like 200 some days, which is only shorter than the Ascension, but it was just it was way too long. And still the wrong team won, but we can't always get what we want, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
I won't lie to you on this one. I was really upset that Enzo and Cass weren't in this on the show. I was genuinely upset.
I know, and it made the show just a little bit SAWFT soft. Anyway, no, but I'm happy that we have new tag team champions. I want to see what they do with them. Hopefully, maybe we will get a match with Cass and Enzo. But anyway, next they showed Finn Balor arriving earlier with Neville, and then also being greeted by Cesaro, which was kind of cool. They actually had this on the pre-show, but they showed it again here, which was kind of cool. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Um, I think they even had. I don't know if you said this. I think I blanked out a little bit, but I quit hating over there. I think they even showed Seth Rollins like in the crowd after this, which was kind of cool. So it kind of went up the little ladder and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like the guys who've had success from NXT. I just thought that was kind of cool. Um, yeah, you know.
Yeah, and I know they showed him at some point. I forgot when it was. Uh, but anyway, so next we get Ty Dillinger. You know, that's the perfect buffoon. Um, versus Apollo Cruz, baby. That's that is right. I was so excited for this match. But can someone explain one thing to me? What in the hell did Dillinger have on his head in his hair? Who? No, just all kinds of no. Oh, gee, oh, it was so bad. I mean, it made Blake and Murphy look good. That's how bad his hair looked. It was just anyway. Let's get into the match. So we got some showing off from the perfect buffoon, Ty Dillinger. Cruz kind of taunts him back a little bit. Dillinger tries to wear down Cruz and kind of slow the pace down a little bit. Um, I started to write something and then I didn't, and I don't know what I was writing there. But anyway, we got a beautiful standing enziguri by Apollo Cruz, which was really impressive. Apollo does get the win, which I was kind of surprised with. I thought they were gonna do the angle where uh, Ty Dillinger kind of screws him out of a win. I felt like that was gonna happen. I'm surprised it didn't. Um, but good match. The only thing that I didn't like was I kind of wanted to see a little bit more from Apollo Cruz. I felt like we didn't really get to see a bunch from him in this match. But it was a good match for him. I'm just excited to see where they take it from here. I don't feel like they did anything where they could continue a storyline with Ty Dillinger, but we'll see what happens. Any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I was definitely impressed by Apollo Crews. I don't know if I go as far as to say God's gift to wrestling or anything like that yet, but I was definitely impressed. Shout out to slowly becoming my boy Ty Dillinger, because I am loving this Perfect 10 thing. The crowd is loving this Perfect 10 thing. And I just think it's just so much better than just generic old Ty Dillinger used to team with Jason Jordan and the feud's not over yet, and that's about all we knew of Ty Dillinger from before, right? So at least we got something to gravitate to. um I loved how, in Apollo Crews' entrance, I don't know if he'll do this all the time, but like he kind of, it was very realistic, right? Like he kind of let it all sink in, that he's finally here. He saw the AC on the ground and he was like, "That's me." I just thought that was really cool, because I feel like, a lot of times you don't get to let it sink in as a wrestler. You finally get there and you're like, and they just let it sink in, which I thought was really cool. We get the cartwheel, and of course we get the 10 by Ty Dillinger, and I hope they make that a staple, of his, of his move set, I guess. Hopefully, they'll slide him into WWE 2K16 and make that a signature move or something. Just that, like, doesn't do any damage. Actually, like, just kills the opponent. Just the cartwheel and the 10. But Cruz does a good impression of him with the 10 too. The drop kick was really good. Kind of fighting with Jesse Goddard for the most beautiful drop kick in history of life. I feel like right there, it was a good drop kick. The springboard caught with the drop kick by Dillinger. I felt like there was just good transitions by Cruz. Cruz did a good job of transitioning from move to another, from one move to another. The standing and Sagiri, just beautiful, just incredible. And the gorilla press into the standing moonsault, that ended up winning Apollo Crews the match was really cool too. I kind of like that dynamic of the gorilla press and then the standing moonsault. I think they're completely polar opposites of moves, but like it kind of shows you who you're dealing with. I guess you could say. Definitely a good match. I want to see more of Apollo Crews, and I agree. I think we should have saw a little bit more of Apollo Crews. But I kind of wish they would have maybe continued this a little bit and had Dillinger maybe screw him and then continue this feud a little bit because I feel like what are they going to do with Dillinger anyway? Obviously they're establishing this perfect 10 thing, so you never know, and the crowd seems to like it, which is good because that means they may continue with it. Maybe I don't know. This is WWE, you never know, but definitely a good match.
Yeah. Anyway, uh, moving on, we go to William Regal's office, and he says, in honor of Dusty Rhodes, they will have a Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic starting in 2 weeks, which is kind of cool. We're gonna have a tag team tournament in honor of Dusty Rhodes, which I kind of like. We also saw the Tough Enough finalists in the front row, which was cool. And we got a Baron Corbin and Samoa Joe promo. Any thoughts on any of these?
Yeah. Excited for the tag team tournament. I think we've been both kind of wanting a tag team tournament, kind of to rebuild the tag team division in NXT, and just because it's a cool thing because you don't see tournaments a lot in wrestling anymore. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. And I think we're going to see a lot of these tag teams that are kind of on the rise a little bit. Dawson and Wilder, um, Ready, Willing, and Gable. That's what I'm calling them. Obviously Enzo and Cass, and then maybe who's the other tag team? Oh, Hype Bros. You'll probably see those 4 teams, especially at least in that tag team tournament. So that'd be pretty cool. Um, as far as the Tough Enough finalists, I could just see Justin looking at ZZ saying he's fat. He's fat. I don't like him because he's fat. I could just see Justin like screaming at his TV when ZZ came on the TV right there. And the video package, I just thought it was cool. Kind of told the story of Baron Corbin. And I liked the whole kind of where Samoa Joe says, well, Baron Corbin said, I only had to make one call to get here. And Samoa Joe says, well, the difference is they called me. And I thought that was a really cool line, really cool, like, interaction there. But yeah, I was just excited for the match. And I just wanted to see if Baron Corbin could fall out of the ring tonight. That's all I wanted to see. That's all I was looking for.
Yes. Well, we're about to see if Baron Corbin can fall out of a ring. But anyway, let's get into it, shall we? We get Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe. First off, Joe got some swagger coming out tonight. He was the man tonight. I loved it. So getting into the match, Joe tried to get Corbin in a couple submissions, right out the bat. Joe almost gets Corbin in the Coquina clutch, but Corbin slips out of the ring. He doesn't fall out of the ring. It was very similar to falling out of the ring, but he actually had a little bit of help from Joe. Joe kind of guided him out, because he can't do it by himself, but helped him a little bit. We got a nice drop kick by Joe, knocking Corbin over the top rope out of the ring. Again, he didn't technically fall out. He had help. So, we're still not sure if he can fall out of the ring on his own. We don't know. But Joe went for a suicide dive, but Corbin hit him with a forearm, which looked pretty good. And then when Joe went to he went to put Corbin in the half crab. At first, just the way he did it, I thought he was going for the Styles Clash, and I was hoping. I was like, please go for the Styles Clash. That would have been amazing. Unfortunately, he didn't. Samoa Joe was just having his way with Corbin at this point. After a while, I wasn't even sure what to write because I I don't think we've ever seen a Baron Corbin match go as long as this match did. So I was like, is he okay? Can he go on? Like what's going on right now? But anyway, Samoa Joe does win with submission, which was surprising. I kind of expected, I wasn't sure what to expect actually in this match. I think this was one of the ones that we kind of decided could have gone either way. Um, the only problem I have with this win is yes, I'm happy that Samoa Joe won, but the freaking ref didn't even check Baron Corbin's arm again. Ah, like you're supposed to check the 3 times. If he can lift his arm, he's not out. You didn't even check his arm. That ref is fired. I'm making an executive decision. He's fired. He doesn't. He's done. Gone. Thoughts on this match? I'm gonna go call Vince right now and get that done.
um, yeah, I agree. This match was, I liked it. I was definitely liking Baron Corbin. Um, you know, in a match longer than in 3 seconds. Like just I was just really excited. I was excited for this match because I'm like, this match is gonna last longer than my eyes can blink. Like I won't blink and look up and it's over. I was so happy. I was so excited. I was really excited. But yeah, I definitely, I liked Baron Corbin in this match. I liked the aggression he showed. I liked just his character in general, the way he kind of talked junk a little bit um, to, to Joe as he was beating him down at times. The heel hook he locked in, I was impressed by. I even put in parentheses impressed so I could remember my impressedness or something like that. But yeah, I definitely liked it. I liked this match. I just liked Baron Corbin in a longer match. I just felt like it was kind of what we needed. The kind of double armed choke slam that he did was really nice too. And that transition for Joe to win was really good. As far as like Joe kicks out of the leverage pin there and then hits him with the coquina clutch for the win there. I thought that was really good. And yeah, I agree. I don't know why they don't check the arm because how are you supposed to really know that he passed out? Maybe he's just kind of trying to relax to make sure the pain doesn't sink in or something. You never know. You never know, ref. Come on, ref. Check the arm at least once. Because I mean, they've got even to the point where they don't even check it 3 times. They just check it once. Sometimes, every once in a while. We never know what they're gonna do. But yeah, good match nonetheless. I was expecting Baron Corbin to win, but this was Samoa Joe's first takeover match, so I guess you kind of expect him to win too. So you know, I hope they continue this though. I think they did a really good job.
Yeah. So next, Stephanie McMahon comes out. Do you believe this? Stephanie McMahon. Uh, I was thinking when she came out, like it's so weird the differences between NXT and then like the main roster, like on Raw and SmackDown. Because on Raw and SmackDown, we hate her. Like she's evil. She needs to die. And then on NXT, we love Triple H and Stephanie. It's weird. Um, but she talks about how we're making history. She talks about how the Revolution that she wanted started here in NXT. It's a pretty cool little promo, just kind of pumping up NXT and how it's reestablishing women's wrestling. Any thoughts on this?
So I was trying to unmute myself. I had a cough I was holding in. I needed to let it out. But yeah, I like this. It kind of it made the match feel bigger than maybe it was, and it was a big match nonetheless. And she said the ultimate underdog though, and I was expecting Rockstar Spud to come out with the suit, and he didn't, and I was disappointed. NXT, don't do this to me. You can't say ultimate underdog and me not look for Rockstar Spud in a ridiculous suit. Come on now, come on, NXT, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. That's all I got. She shouldn't have said it.
His suits are not ridiculous. They are wonderful. What's wrong
Yeah,
with you?
that's what I mean. Ridiculous in a wonderful way.
What's wrong with you, boy? Ah, how dare you? Anyway, next, they showed a Bailey video package, basically on her road to this point. Any thoughts on that?
Yes, this was the best video package of the night. It had a good story to it. They had the whole thing with Bailey's theme song where it would play, and then as she kind of slowly fizzled out of this four horsewomen thing, like it would, it faded out a little bit. I was like, okay, yeah, I like this. I just like the story it told, and it kind of for people like me who have been watching NXT for like it seems like a while now, but haven't been there for the entire ride. It kind of caught you up on what was going on too, and it was kind of cool to see that. And I don't know if it was necessarily cool, but it was interesting to see, how Bailey's kind of been left out. Um, what was that? It was another feud that was similar to this. Sami Zayn was one of them, but it was another one that was really similar to this, where they called him Kevin Owens. It was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I think, where they had they called him first thing. Or something like that, something similar to that. It was very similar to that, but it was also similar to Sami Zayn's. We all know you can't win the big one with Neville, so it resembled so many storylines all in one. I thought it was really cool. I think the told a very good story just in the video package itself.
Yeah. Um, and even in this match, there was a point where I was almost waiting for like a Bailey heel turn with that, going into how Kevin Owens was like, they called him first, I didn't get my shot, whatever. I thought they were gonna do that. I'm glad they didn't though. But let's get into it. The NXT Women's Championship match: Bailey versus Sasha Banks. Um, uh, I was so torn in this match. I kind of wanted both of them to win because I really like both of these women. I love Bailey, obviously. She's worked so hard to get to this point. The fans love her. She's so over right now. And I also love Sasha. Her character works really well. She's good in the ring. Basically, with anyone they put her in the ring with, she does awesome matches. But anyway, Sasha starts out with some trash talk. Bailey isn't gonna have that. She brings it right to Sasha. And is there ringing right now? Do I hear ringing? Did I just hear? How dare you, good sir? Anyway, um, that springboard elbow drop in the corner by Bailey was awesome. I don't remember ever seeing anything like that. It was really unique. Nice drop kick through the corner on the outside by Bailey. Kind of reminded me of a certain Sami Zayn, shall we say. Sasha starts to kind of gain control and doesn't really take Bailey seriously like she should, you know. Sasha did a double knee on the top rope this time, not just the second rope, the top rope, um, which unfortunately didn't look as impressive as I thought it would. It looked good, but it just didn't look as impressive as I was expecting it to. Sasha begins to attack the injured hand of Bailey. I guess the surgically repaired hand of Bailey. We got an amazing flip over the ref over the top rope by onto Bailey by Sasha. Um, the counter where Bailey flipped off the top rope and crashed looked really bad. I was convinced she like broke her arm or something. It was just a bad crash. We got an insane reverse reverse Hurricane Rana off of the top rope by Bailey. That was just, oh my, ow. It looked like Sasha landed on her head, like spiked on her head. I was glad she got up after that. But finally, Bailey wins and is your new NXT Women's Champion. Sasha or Charlotte and Becky come out to congratulate her, and Sasha also gives her a hug, and we get that four horsewomen moment after the match, which was pretty cool. Um, it was almost like they were like leaving or something. It was weird. I was like, you're not going anywhere. Like you don't need to. But it was cool. Just kind of congratulating each other because these four are kind of the ones that kind of have carried this revolution. You know, any thoughts on this match?
Oh, of course. First off, let me respond to the ringing. Not my fault. I wasn't calling myself. The human spoiler machine. If you don't know who it is, you know, he was calling me. I don't know why, but human spoiler machine probably trying to spoil me or something else. He told me false things about this show, and I was expecting things and it didn't happen. So this match though was in freaking incredible. It was so just so good. First off, let's start with the entrances. Um, Sasha Banks, the boss, brings out the car and the security guards, and I'm like, okay, okay. And then Bailey obviously had a new attire. Her entrance was cool, and I felt like her entrance was, it was just really. It was Bailey, it was Bailey. It was cool. It was just, I was hype, you know. The I just love this. Love this match. It was just incredible. Everything about it, was so, incredible. How Sasha tried to talk junk and Bailey wasn't having it. Sasha Banks went after the hand. She stomps the hand between the steps. She Banks jumps over the ref to take out Bailey on that little dive she did. Like it was just so cool. The bank statement being locked in and sold so well that it made it look like Bailey could tap from the bank statement. Her rolling through into the bank statement on Sasha Banks, incredible, so good. Um, the double knees off the top looked really cool too. I don't know if it looked as good as the middle rope, but it still looked good nonetheless. The reverse Hurricane Rana was just ridiculous. And then the Bailey to belly that kind of culminated it all, you know, for Bailey to win. And it was just so cool, man. I was just so happy to see Bailey win. As much as I love Sasha Banks, as much as she's my girl, it was just so cool to see Bailey win finally. It's kind of Sami Zayn-esque, I guess. Again, she's been trying so hard, and for her to finally get it, it's been a good ride. Um, and then the whole like Sasha, Bailey, Charlotte, Becky thing was really cool. It actually reminded me of the curtain call for some reason. Um, I don't know why. It just did. It reminded me a lot of the curtain call. Um, just like a modern day like curtain call. I don't know if maybe something's gonna happen to where they're just going to the main roster full time as far as Sasha, Becky, and Charlotte. Maybe they'll take them to the full roster or the main roster full time or something. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of interested to see where it's gonna go from here. I want to see who the next challenger for. I almost said Emma. The next challenger for Bailey is. I think thinking about it, trying to think into the future. Emma, would obviously be a really good one. Obviously you got Dana Brooke, who eventually probably will. As much as Casey doesn't like it, probably will end up challenging for it. Eva Marie, they're probably obviously trying to build her too. So I don't know. I'm interested. I want to see where this is gonna go. Is the main thing. And we got what is her name? Nia Light. What's her name? Nia Jax. What?
Jax. I don't know. I when they came out and you know I almost expected Becky Lynch to like turn on her and almost do like Kevin Owens did to Sami Zayn. I almost expected that because she hasn't had she's had a shot at the title, but she hasn't won the title yet. She's the only one out of the four now that hasn't had the title. So I'm still expecting her to possibly get a title shot, hopefully. But anyway, we'll see, what happens with that. So they showed earlier in the night, Triple H announced that this December, NXT will, for the first time, be traveling to the UK, which is kind of cool. It just kind of shows how big NXT is becoming. I wasn't as impressed because they've already been over to Japan, so it's kind of, even though this is going to be an actual tour in the UK, so it is a little bit bigger, but they've already been overseas, so it's kind of it's exciting and everything, but I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I actually think it's more exciting than you do because yes, they went over to Japan, but it wasn't an NXT show. As much as we wanted to think it was an NXT show, it really wasn't. It was a house show. So I think this is more kind of exciting for me than I think the Japan house, whatever they call that thing, whatever that was. That I think this is more exciting than that is personally. It's just me though. I'm it's coming from the same guy who doesn't hate John Cena and doesn't hate Dana Brooke. So you know, personally, just my personal opinion. And the same guy who has a cupcake on his shirt. But whatever.
What do you know? Anyway, so next we get a Finn Balor and Kevin Owens video package. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah. Um. It it just like all the video packages tonight. It just told the story really well. I guess. It wasn't as good as the women's one. That thing was incredible, man. I loved it. But yeah, like I just think it just told it told you about this feud and it made the match feel bigger. I think that's what these video packages are designed to do anyway.
Yeah. So next we get the NXT Championship ladder match, Kevin Owens versus Finn Balor, and I am going to give this one to DJ again because yeah, I don't know why, I'm just going to do it because I can.
All right. First I'm gonna tell you, I went into this match and so first I went into this match and I was like, there's not a lot of time left in this show because I'm expecting the show to end at 11. By the time the entrances were done, it was 10:55, 10:56, something like that, and I'm like, what's going on? And thanks to the human spoiler machine, not gonna say any names, human spoiler machine, I was told that something ridiculous is gonna happen in this match. So I'm expecting this match to be a wash, and they're gonna do something to end this match early. I heard some rumors of Tommaso Ciampa coming into this, getting interfere, like being on this show. So I'm like, so he's gonna interfere in this match, obviously. So I'm in this match. I'm in this match. In my mind, I'm thinking, where's Tommaso Ciampa? And thank you very much, NXT crowd, for tricking me too. As they look, all of them at one point in this match looked over to like the right. I think it was the left. They looked over to the left, and they're just like freaking out. And I'm like, there it is, right? Like there it is, and then nothing happened. And I was like, oh well, what were they freaking out about? I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if anyone saw that, but they were like freaking out for a second there. Like they looked over to the left. It was like in the middle of the match or kind of start of the match. They looked over probably about 4 minutes in, so it was 11:59. So I'm really confused at this point. They look over and they're freaking out. They're cheering like crazy, and I don't know what they're cheering about or whatever. I don't know, somebody fell down the steps. I'm not sure. You never know with those NXT fans. But nonetheless, this was a good match. I loved Finn Balor's entrance. Once again, another entrance that I was looking at on a big stage to see how it was. Incredible how they had him like pop up in one place, pop up in another place. I just wanted somebody to go up there and play whack-a-mole with the man. He was popping up everywhere. You gotta whack him and then make him pop up somewhere else. I thought it was really cool. I really enjoyed the kind of effects that they used in this entrance. I love how Owens just took a seat. I was hoping that the fans would start chanting "Sit Owens, sit." I, I was just hoping. I was just hoping in my heart of hearts because they chanted for everything else. So I was like, they might as well. Um, Owens looking for the push and leave a little bit early, but Balor chases him down. This was kind of especially early on, it was weird because for some reason I felt like Finn had no idea what he was doing. And I think they kind of tried to play that off of the demon thing too, like he was in another part of his mind, so he didn't truly understand it yet. But like, it was just weird to me because he wouldn't even let Kevin Owens get out of the ring. When he had a chance to go outside of the ring for the ladder, he would just sit down and look up at the title. I just felt like there was points in this match where it looked like he didn't know what he was doing, and I think that was actually how it was supposed to be. Um, but Bailey gets not Bailey. God. So many beats. Balor gets it going after the mockery by Owens. Owens obviously mocking him. Owens does finally get a ladder. Balor runs into the apron with the ladder. He gets ran into the apron with the ladder. Owens runs at him, and then he kind of does that Adam Cole esque thing where he runs at him like he's gonna do his big move, and then he just hits him with a punch, which I thought was pretty funny. The fight goes into the crowd. Balor gets thrown over the announce table. We get a drop kick into a ladder by Finn. Owen grabs that ladder, but he's hit with the Finn Balor dive. Owens, just really in this match, it didn't seem like he was letting him do too much, especially like early on. He was kind of doing what he said he would do. We get the nice. He tries to go running senton. He does on the ladder, and then he tried to go for the cannonball a little bit later, but Balor moves out of the way and he hit the ladder. We get the back body drop on the side of the ladder, and I was like, "Ow!" By Finn Balor. We get the corner drop kick, and then the coup de grace by Balor, and then Balor tries to go up to grab the title. He's pulled from the top of the ladder into a power bomb, which was really nice. Balor tries to go for the coup de grace off the apron, but is power bombed on it. So it looks like maybe Owens is gonna get the win here, but turns out we get he super kicks Balor a couple of times. We get the inverted fisherman attempt, but it's reversed from the top of the ladder. He had a ladder kind of behind him a little bit, so he's gonna go for that inverted suplex and kind of end it here, but it didn't happen. Owens does fall off the ladder onto that bottom ladder. Finn can't reach it, and we get the coup de grace off the top of the ladder, which was epic and incredible. Balor goes back up and he grabs the title, and he does end up winning. So I thought this match was really good. I really enjoyed it. Once it got going, it was really good. Once I got out of my own head with the Tommaso Ciampa thing, thanks to the human spoiler machine, it got, I actually got a chance to enjoy the match. I thought it was good. They did a really good job of making it seem like Owens actually would win this match. So do you have any thoughts on your still NXT champion of the world, Finn Balor?
Well, um, uh, Justin's wrong because if you look onto the interwebs on the Wikipedia, it
Oh no,
says
stay away
that
from that.
Tommaso Ciampa is a part of GFW. So he's wrong. And recently a part of GFW, I think July 9th, 2015. So you're wrong, Justin. You're wrong. Anyway, um, I initially liked that they showed Owens walking to the entranceway, like they do with some of their uh title matches, kind of making it seem bigger and more epic. But not Finn, which made sense because he is the demon, so it's more mysterious. But I felt like if they were not gonna do Finn, they shouldn't have done Owens. Just my personal thought. But In Kevin's entrance, I don't know if you caught this, but he said, he used to sit in this crowd um and watch pay-per-views. Now he's main eventing pay-per-views. So that was kind of cool. Um I always love Finn's entrance, the demon entrance, but tonight, I don't know if you thought this, but it seemed a little bit weird with him carrying the title. It just kind of threw it off a little bit for me. Just seeing him carrying a title, it was just I don't know. It just was a little bit weird to me, but um, it was a great match though. Owens was really vicious with the ladder. In the beginning, um, that slam into a senton on the ladder on Finn. Damn. That ooh. And then when Owens went to powerbomb Finn on the open ladder, when it was on its side, I like when they do stuff like that, stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think of, to do. It's kind of cool. Finn reversed into the back body drop on top of the ladder, which was kind of cool. And I thought Owens was just out and dead and wasn't getting up, but he did. Um, there were a couple times in this match that I actually forgot this was even a title match. It was that just good of a match that I was like, oh, there's the title too? Yes. This is a really great match. When Finn retains, which kind of expected because they are doing. I feel like they're doing a lot more stuff with Owens on the main roster and trying to push him towards the main roster more. So I didn't really expect him to win the title again. But the one thing I was thinking about during this match is, there's something wrong when your developmental brand uh, consistently has better main events on their pay-per-views than the main roster does. Every single NXT pay-per-view so far has had phenomenal main event matches, and on the main roster, you get the occasional really good main event, but a lot of them aren't near as awesome as the NXT ones, which just kind of I thought that was kind of funny. And to close this match, all I have to say is to Dana White, sir, fake anything in this match and then call pro wrestling fake shit. Fuck you. Anyway, um, I
What
just thought of that during this match, and I was like, how do you fake any of this? Like, I want to see him get power bombed on the ladder and then tell me how fake it is. Anyway, gonna calm down, gonna chill.
Okay, why you breathe a little bit? I want to shout this guy out because he reached out to me on Twitter and I was very appreciative. At CM underscore NATCM underscore Nate, said he loved the podcast. So I was like, I gotta shout this man out. And he reached out to me on Twitter, which no one ever does. So I was like, I gotta shout this man out. He has a YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description in the link. I'll put the link in the description because I gotta go back and find it again. So I looked at it for a second when I got a chance to. So I'll put the link in the description. So there you go. That's all I got.
All right. Where are you gonna put that link?
I'm gonna put the description and link, man. Uh,
Anyway, yeah, that is our review of NXT Takeover Brooklyn, which phenomenal, amazing. Ah, I'm so excited for SummerSlam tomorrow. Hopefully, it's as good, if not better. They have to do an awesome show to be better than this. 'Cause this was awesome. I'm excited to see, the aftermath on the next episode of NXT, see what's going on. with the new champions, with Finn Balor retaining, with Apollo Crews. See what happens with him, and then to see where this new girl's coming in, because all it said was coming soon. So I don't know if she's gonna debut soon, or if it could be on the next takeover for all we know. I don't know. I'm just excited to see what's coming up ahead for NXT. But that is the show. So leave your comments, subscribe, follow, uh, tweet us, me too, because I'm part of the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast too. People tweet me too because I want to be paid attention to. Anyway, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Um, but yeah, that's it. We will see you tomorrow for SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. Yeah.